Good morning, everyone. Please excuse the, the very close up of me. I feel like I look better close up than far away when I have no makeup on. But I've done my 14-day quarantine and I'm free. I'm free! This little guy is so happy to be out. Smell the flowers, my butt. Good morning, world. Almost at the park, Bob. Hi guys, so I'm in desperate need of a hair color and I decided to use L'Oreal Feria. So that's all the things that come in the box, and I'm using my own pair of gloves because this stuff looks really pigmented and yeah, that's a crime scene. So be really careful when you color your hair at home, especially when the color is really strong. You don't want to stain your tiles and stuff. I knew that the color wouldn't come out too much because my hair is so dark, but I actually think it looks really pretty. I can see a little bit of purple, which I'm happy with. My hair looks healthy and shiny. Yeah, so glad I did that. Oh, and I want to mention Tess Holiday. I have no idea who she is. I came across her in Instagram and she is gorgeous. She's like a plus size model and she seems really cool and fun and kind, and she posts really funny stuff. Yeah, just thought I'd shout her out because she's really cool. And oh, this is my niece Monica, who does hair at home in Sacramento in her home. Oh, and this is Queens Who Love to Watch on Netflix UK, I believe. This is the Vivian and Monet Exchange. I love them so much. They're so gorge. And I listened to a podcast that Monet Exchange and Bob the Drag Queen has together called Sibling Rivalry. People should check it out if they want to listen to a couple of really funny, smart queens. Yeah, so I love them. Listen to them all the time and watch them on YouTube as well. I'm a bit hyper today, I think, because I'm just so happy that my 14-day quarantine is over. But let's chill out a little bit. I'm going to put on a bit of aromatherapy and relax, breathe, put on some makeup, and just focus on myself for a moment. Hi, ladies. I'm back again. Blanco! It's fine. So that's my dog, Blanco. He's a Chihuahua. My home alarm. I love him so much. He's my baby. I'm having some Earl Grey. Ooh. everyone. So today I'm having a little fun with my makeup. I'm at home, not in quarantine anymore, but pretty much bored with nothing to do. So this is quite a bit of this is quite the beat. Quite a bit of makeup. I even put a little fake beauty mark. Just having a little fun, really. Keeping myself busy. So just to kind of make myself look a little more lively. So today I don't really know what to talk about, really. I just really wanted to film. I'm actually just pulling out some boots that I bought a while ago. These are Blundstone. So well, I live in Vancouver, and if you live in Vancouver, or I guess, I don't know, maybe in Canada, everyone wears these. So this is my first pair though. Sorry for the very up close camera work, but I think might as well focus on my face because I put all this effort into putting makeup on my face, and you're not watching this video to look at the background, so you just need to see a little bit of the background. But basically, I want to come on here to tell you a little story. So this is vlog number 3. I thought I'd tell you a little bit more about myself, since the first vlog I was too nervous to kind of talk too much about myself, so kind of focused on my dad. But today I want to just kind of do a little bit of video journaling. So I kind of want to start from the beginning. So recently I just been thinking about my mom again. I used to think about her all the time, and I think I stopped thinking about her for a little while because it was easier not to think about her too much. But now with my father passing away recently, I've been thinking about her again, and kind of just, I guess, wishing that she was here, or wishing that I had a mother around. But I have a lot of wonderful mothers in my life, like all my aunties. They've always been so motherly to me. Yeah, but anyways, my mom, she passed away when I was probably around 3 or 4, of cervical cancer, and she was really young. She was only in her mid-30s. So today I'm playing around with my makeup, and I feel like I'm kind of going for a bit of an old school look. Is this 90s? It feels like 90s to me. Anyways, maybe a little too colorful for 90s. 90s was all about browns and listening to Sibling Rivalry with Monet Exchange and Bob the Drag Queen. I love them so much. So they were, the episode that I was listening to was an older episode because I'm kind of catching up with them. I haven't listened to all of their podcasts, but I really, really love it. And not to be too dark, but the episode I was listening today of Sibling Rivalry with Bob the Drag Queen and Monet Exchange, they were talking about death, and it made me think about my mom, because my mom died really young. And so she died when I was about 3 or 4 in California. Well, I'll start from the beginning. So so I was born in Vietnam. We immigrated to Texas first, I believe. Texas, and then from there, we didn't stay there too long. We ended up in California, where we met up with my dad. And we were only there for a couple of years before she passed away from cervical cancer. And, I just been thinking about her. I just thinking about how precious life is. And I think that's why I'm starting these vlogs, and that's why I wanted to start this channel, because I just think life is so fleeting, and you always think you're gonna have tomorrow, and tomorrow is not promised. So do what makes you happy, do what feels good today. And it could be something as simple as just putting on makeup. And it's really not about the makeup. It's more about just kind of taking care of myself, focusing on my own well-being. I think the reason why I've been having and well, all of us have been having such a tough year. 2020 has been a motherfucker. 2020 has been a tough year for a lot of people in my family. It's been a really challenging year, and I think it's going to be a real character building year for a lot of us, or like a learning. We're all learning a lot this year. We're learning how fragile life is. We're learning how fragile our freedom is. We're learning how fragile everything is. And I think if this year taught us anything, it's teaching us that we need to appreciate things a lot more. We take too many things for granted, I think. We think that they're always going to be there, nothing's going to change, and that's not true. Things change, and they, we hope that they change for the better, but they don't always change for the better. But sometimes, most of the time they do, but we go through this tough learning period of having to kind of struggle before we get to the good stuff. Or, we have a good day and then we struggle and then we go back up again. Just the other day I was feeling really good, having a lot of energy, feeling really motivated, which is really tough for me, especially for someone like me, in a sense that I do have mental health issues, in the sense that I tend to have a real chemical imbalance. Like my mood can go up and go down really suddenly. And it sometimes comes out of nowhere. Like one day I can feel really, really good, and it's for no apparent reason. I'm just full of energy, super motivated. I want to get things done, and it feels so good to get things done. And you feel like you have, you look so forward to the future of everything that the future can bring, and you're super motivated. But then the very next day, I crash, and I crash really hard, and for no apparent reason as well. I just feel the very opposite of what I felt the day before. I feel like everything is hopeless. I feel like I can't do anything. I feel like I can't look at the positive side of the world. I can't help but just look at the negative. And I'm very aware that it's just a chemical imbalance, that it's just something in my body that has somehow shifted to make me feel this way. So I'm aware of the fact that all my feelings aren't real, but it's still hard to somehow get past that. And I think that's why things like therapy or antidepressants, medication is really important. Let's talk about mental health. Let's talk about mental health. I wasn't sure what to talk about today, but I think it's really fitting. I was listening to the episode of Bob the Drag Queen and Monet Exchange on sibling rivalry, and they were talking about death, and it made me think about my mom, and it made me think about life. And honestly, I haven't thought about my mom for a while. I think she just came into my mind more recently because my dad recently passed away. I mean, obviously I love my mom because she's my mom, but then again, if you think about it, I don't really know my mom. My mom died when I was around 4 years old, and I don't remember her. I wish I did, but I don't. And so I love her just for the fact that she is connected to me biologically, which is really interesting, because I'm applying to be an adoptive parent, my husband and I, and I'm hoping that the process goes smoothly and that we become approved and accepted to be parents. I honestly am completely okay with the process, because I think you should make sure that someone is a potential good parent before they get to become a parent. But going back to my mom, I don't know her, but I love her because she's biologically my mom. But when I have a child and that child is not biologically mine, It doesn't mean I'm not going to love my child. The love that I have for my mother doesn't make any sense. I don't know her. She just made me, and I love her for the fact that we are connected by blood. And when I have my child, we won't be connected by blood, but we're going to be connected by something just as important, which is time, which is spirit, which is love, which is energy, physically connected. So it made me think about that. And nonetheless, I still wish that she was here. I still wish that my dad would still be here. When I do have a child come into my life, when I do become a mom, you know, now they're not going to get to know their grandfather, which is really sad. I was raised by my grandparents, so that's another story. So I recently bought a pair of Spanx. I've never bought Spanx before in my life, mind you. And this is my first pair. I was in LAX and I saw a little boutique that sold Spanx. So I got a pair of these, like, what are they called? I'll show you. They're like, I guess for your, they're like bike shorts, I guess. But they have look at that. They have butt pads. Butt pads. Yeah, butt pads. I just think how great, you know, they're super comfortable. They kind of just tuck everything in, you know, smooth everything out, and also it gives you a little more of a booty, better than having an operation, I think, to make your booty bigger. And on top of that, now that I'm in my 40s, it serves also as a seat cushion. So everywhere I go, I have a little extra cushion to sit on. Oh my gosh, Netflix has just added The Neverending Story, and I haven't seen this movie in so long. But when I was a kid living in Cali, up until 9 or 10, this was my favorite movie, and I watched it literally, I swear to God, for a year I was watching it like almost every day. I watched it probably 500 times. And I just absolutely loved it. My dad had it recorded for me on a VHS, and I loved Atreyu, I loved Falcor, I loved the whole thing. And it just really brings back memories. But the funny thing is, I just watched it again tonight, and it just occurred to me that this film was set in Vancouver, and that's where I live now, Vancouver, BC. So as a child living in California, I was watching a movie that was set in a place that I didn't even realize I was going to move to.